Great. I would like to introduce now our next speaker. Her name is Irene Kersbergen. She's the APAC Insight Innovation Manager for Innova Market Insights. It's a leading international market research company that tracks new food and beverage product launches. She holds a master in economics and business and is specialized in consumer behavior and marketing. So she's joining us from Indonesia, where she prepared a great insightful presentation on packaging trends in meat. Thank you.
I'm really happy to be here and welcome everyone to this session. I'm excited to tell more about trends in protein packaging. So in the next 20 minutes, we will focus on some insights and really see what is happening in the packaging part of the meat industry. So before we dive into the content, let me give a bit of background of who Innova Market Insights is, so that you also understand how we derive these trends that you will see and all the insights that we'll see in the presentation. So Innova Market Insights, we are the world leader in food ideas and answers. We are a global market research firm specialized in the F&B industry. We have been tracking innovations and trends for the past 25 years. And we really look at the food and beverage industry from a holistic perspective. So we track what new innovations come into the market. We actually have the world's biggest database for this. But we do a lot of consumer studies, market sizing, patent analysis, all of these different angles that give you insights on the industry and help you in creating strategic decisions for your company. And we also use this to indeed identify trends and showcase what is happening in certain areas in the market, which we will focus on in this presentation is packaging trends in meat. So the topics that we will cover, you see here on the slides. So first of all, we'll see trends in sustainability and consumer perception. So overarching trends of sustainability within food and beverage packaging. And of course, we know that quite a bit changed in consumer behavior and attitudes due to COVID-19. But we also look ahead of, okay, what can we expect after the pandemic? And how does packaging play a role in that matter as well? And secondly, we also will be looking into innovations in meat packaging. So trends in material use and supplier innovation, different avenues of communicating sustainability, and also spotlight on packaging solutions that are recyclable by design, aim to reduce food waste, and also utilize emerging technologies. So you can expect in this presentation insights on what consumers want, what is happening in the market, and a lot of new innovations and inspiration. Also, if you have questions later on, I'm really happy to answer all of them at the end of the presentation. So let's start with trends and innovations in protein packaging. So as mentioned in the introduction, sustainability, and I think we all see it around us, is such a big impactor in packaging sustainability evolution. And here on the left side, we see kind of the evolution of the last years that packaging within the sustainability environment has grown and evolved. So a couple of years ago, it started off with more lightweight packaging, plastic reduction, which we are still seeing a lot of nowadays. You know, compostable tea bags or coffee cups. And this has really evolved into more recyclable by design or reusable packaging. Circular economy is a big theme, of course, as well. And this is really growing into like the rise of paper-based packaging. And nowadays we are seeing claims on products packaging that are focused on carbon footprints or really are very open and transparent about the life cycle that the product's packaging endures. So yeah, a lot of things happening within the packaging space that is driven by sustainability. And also if we see some results from our consumer survey here in the middle, so 2 in 5 global consumers say that disposability, so end of life cycle information, positively influences their product choice when buying food and beverages. So it has really an impact on purchasing behavior. And here on the right, we also see an example of this like sustainable claim on meat packaging. So in this case, we are seeing flat skin type of packaging, and also the claim says that it really achieves the packaging reduction through replacement with paper. And you see that here highlighted that on the top of that product innovation is that it even says like how you can separate the plastic film from the paper and how to recycle it, and using 75% less plastic in the packaging. So yeah, a lot of different claims in this one new innovation that was launched in Spain last year. So there's different avenues of communicating packaging sustainability in meat. And here we zoom into a few of them. So we talked about plastic reduction, and we saw that in the previous product example that was highlighted. But here again, we see some innovations in this space. So in the left top corner, this new meat product that was launched in the United Kingdom. It also has front of pack some claims regarding the sustainability of the packaging. But also on the back of the packaging, it highlights and tells the story. So it says that there is 75% less plastic used. And even it describes that we care about the environment as much as we care about great quality steaks. And that's why we've reduced the packaging, the plastic in our packaging to bring you fresh, tender steaks with less impact on the environment. And of course, yeah, environment is such a big topic nowadays in the meat sector in general, and with the rise of plant-based meats. But I think that's not new to all of you listeners. Some more examples here. End of life cycle example. So this dried fish product, it has this OXO biodegradable claim on the front of the pack. Then we also see, if we move to the right bottom corner of the slide, renewable energy use. So this oven roasted deli turkey that was found in the market in Hong Kong last year. It also again says on the back of the packaging, different communication style. And in this case, it's focused on renewable energy. So the product says we match a portion of the energy used to prepare and package this product with renewable energy certificates. So again, different ways that sustainability of packaging can be communicated, and that we see more innovations of in the market. So another topic is carbon labeling that really continues to gain traction. So we have another consumer stat here on the left side. We've asked a statement to respondents in our survey. The statement was, product traceability and transparency are important aspects of packaging information. So product transparency and traceability. And we see here that 53% of the Indonesian consumers, respondents, they agree to this statement, and also 48% of Chinese respondents in our survey. So it's definitely a topic that is important to consumers and a key aspect of packaging information. And here on the right side is again a great example that is focused on this carbon labeling. And you see here as well how the product describes itself. So it claims that the production consumes 46% less electricity, 99% less water, 90% less greenhouse gas emission, and 93% less agricultural land. So those are a lot of really strong claims on this product that is really derived by packaging innovation. Then let's zoom into some innovative plastics, because, yeah, of course, a lot of brands are trying to reduce the use of plastic in their packaging, but there's also new ways and new plastic solutions for the meat industry. Here's two examples. First of all, on the left side, Amcor has launched this Eco-Tide R in Europe. It's a solution promoted as the first recyclable PVDC-free shrink bag for meat, poultry, and cheese. And this packaging was designed with the aim to maximize shelf life and also maintain food safety and reducing food waste. And this can be recycled in existing PE plastic recycling streams in several European countries. And on the right side here, from Sous Vide Tools, they've unveiled the home compostable food safe vacuum pouches that are specifically designed to withstand sous vide cooking temperatures. So the pouches can store food items such as fresh produce and chilled food, meat and chicken, but also withstand temperatures up to 85 degrees over a time of 12 hours. So where other pouches would swell and eliminate, this pouch can be really used for that purpose, and then is also home compostable. So again, a very innovative plastic. Food safety is still in Asia, and our surveys, if we ask a whole list of claims and things that are important to consumers when buying food and drinks, food safety is really the number one, and for sure in Asia. And also in packaging, of course, packaging plays such a big role in food safety. And yeah, tackling food waste also to ensure shelf life extension. So from our consumer survey, 3 in 5 global consumers indicate that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the protective function of the product packaging has become more important to them. So indeed, packaging has become more important because it's really protecting them to any COVID-19 situations. Here on the left side, we see a new innovation focused on this topic. It's from Tech. It's a Scottish blue biotech company tackling plastic pollution and food waste with one singular circular solution. So this new packaging is made of chitosan and claims to provide shelf life extension due to its antimicrobial properties. And also here on the right side, another example of a very innovative packaging solution. Sealed Air, they introduced this chlorine-free vacuum shrink bag to help food processors and retailers improve food safety and advance their integration into the circular economy. So circular economy is definitely a key claim that we are seeing in different innovations and popping up in packaging innovation. So this innovation, it's made from a range of resins that deliver high protective chlorine-free EVOH barrier to extend shelf life and also to reduce waste and to be a safeguard during distribution, storage, and retail as well. And what is interesting is that the total packaging weight is reduced by more than half in this high-tech generation of multi-layer shrink bags. So looking into smart labels. So that's definitely a key topic within packaging trends as well. We're seeing a lot happening in this area, and innovative solutions to reduce food waste and spoilage through smart labels. Here on the left, it's from Innocentia. They produce ink. And they also work together with this, in this innovation and technology, because their new technology is based on reactive ink with the ability to sense the gas concentration within food packages. So you have an app that you can scan the packaging, and then it tells you how many days you still have before the food is spoiled. So it really measures the number of days of freshness of the product. And also if there's no days left, it says, do not eat it. So again, a new technology to, that really disrupts the food label spoilage packaging technology space. Here on the right, also new innovation in quality assurance to reduce food waste. So GEA has developed this OxyCheck as a unique non-invasive system that checks the oxygen content and seals integrity by analyzing a sensor-sensitive fluorescent spot inside the pack lids. Okay, so how that works is that this new system, so the GEA OxyCheck, they inspect all the packs, which reduces the risk of any unsafe packs leaving the site. There's no packaging material wasted and no food products are contaminated. And when a pack does not meet the specifications of this OxyCheck, it's automatically rejected and the line can just continue. So after a pack does not meet the specifications, corrective actions can be taken immediately. So again, a new quality assurance to reduce food waste, but it's actually a smart label that can really help also for food safety and spoilage. E-commerce, I think this is such an important and interesting new area of packaging innovation, because we are ordering more online, and e-shopping of fresh foods has been really surging in the last year due to COVID-19. We've asked consumers about this, and 1 in 5 consumers from France, Germany, the UK and the US, they do not expect to return to regular grocery habits after the pandemic. So this means that packaging of e-commerce and e-shopping platforms will be more prominent. And of course, this will also drive new innovations and better packaging methods. Here on the right is also already some innovations in this space. So we have Be Cool. It's a box that keeps food chilled below 7 degrees for up to 24 hours without using any cooling truck. And this box is made entirely from recyclable materials and is 100% recyclable itself. So it's really a solution with thermal isolation. And it's developed to cater to the needs of the expanding online shopping market. And another one here, it's a partnership of DS Smith and Temperpack on ClimaCell, and it's a thermal isolation barrier for temperature-sensitive foods like meal kits or other groceries or also medical products. And this ClimaCell can be easily recycled in paper recycling bins and places difficult to recycle foam. Looking at meat packaging in the past decades, I think we can all very much relate to this if we see it on a timeline. So packaging from around 10 years ago or from 2019 here on the left side, using a black plastic tray and polystyrene tray. And this has been really evolving over the years. So there has been a gradual movement away from hard to recycled trays towards more recyclable materials such as polypropylene. However, these black plastics, they are difficult to detect at recycling centers, which use near infrared sensors to sort color. So the use of paper-based trays with a vacuum-packed paper film is a great step towards a more recyclable packaging. And you see an example here on the far right. So this new innovation that was launched in Ireland in March this year, and it's this vacuum-packed paper tray. The plastic film used to vacuum pack the meat can be easily also separated from the paper by the consumer and then recycled in their respective streams. So nice visualization of what has been really happening over the last years in meat packaging. Then focusing on these trays, there's actually been a strong and steady growth in the use of fiber-based trays in the lieu of plastic. So again, the paper boom that we are seeing more often. So there was a 31% average annual growth in the last 4 years of new food and beverage products that use fiber-based trays. Here on the right, we see two examples of that. One is from Carrefour, so it's actually private label, so retailers also really step into this market. 100% compostable based, printed with vegetable ink, 90% less plastic, so a lot of claims for this new packaging product. And also AR Packaging has introduced a barrier cardboard tray with more than 95% fiber content. So this is the last slide already. Definitely, there's been such a significant process, but there are still challenges in, sustainable packaging and packaging innovations. So there's an increasing number of retailers that are replacing plastic with paper-based solutions or fiber-based trays like we just saw in an attempt to be more sustainable. But how does this play out when we look at the end-of-life cycle? For example, this product on the left side, this hybrid tray has 60% less plastic due to the use of paper. However, there will always be a plastic lamination or coating on the paper, which is the one in contact with the food. And it's more difficult to separate those two, of course. So the mixed materials end up at the same recycling plant. So first we had very clearly paper and plastic, and now it's kind of into one because it's a lamination of paper. So it ends up in the same recycling plant. So there's still a lot of significant process and still challenges like this that remain. Some innovations really, focus on that as well. And we saw that in one of the first examples that also clearly stated how to separate the paper from the plastic and then recycle in the right bin, let's say. So that's all about innovations in meat packaging. So I'm very excited to see if there's any questions. Thank you all for listening.
Hi, Irene. Thank you for the presentation.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Great. We have some questions coming in on innovation and in terms of Asian markets. So you have a good overview of what happens in the different countries. So which country or which Asian market do you see which has the largest degree of innovation in terms of meat packaging?
Yeah, that's a good one, because also if you see in the presentation, most of the innovations and examples are coming from Europe. And we definitely see that Europe is driving this whole sustainable packaging trend as well. So a lot is happening there. If we zoom into Asia, definitely, yeah, sustainable packaging and is prominently there in the supermarkets or retail. But then if we see and have a look at all the meat products that come into the market in Asia in the different countries, and then how much % of those have like recyclable type of claims on them, we still see that the biggest market there is China. So most innovations that have like recyclable packaging claims. But there's also a growth in Japan and South Korea. So those are relatively similar markets. And there's really a growth in using these type of claims. Also Vietnam was one that stood out that we can have a closer look at in the future.
In the future, okay. I think overall, it's always a question. There's a lot of plastic waste everywhere. So obviously the question always comes up, do Asian consumers in this case, maybe really care about sustainable packaging, or is it really driven about prices mostly? What do you think?
Sustainability is always a difficult one. I'm actually always quite interested in this topic, because it's something that we are all looking at. Okay, how can we be more sustainable, within companies and new innovations? But indeed, like, do consumers care about this? And will it impact their purchase decision? And we've done a few consumer studies on that within Innova. And we see that a lot of consumers care for, issues that we have in the environment now, like, the care for plastic waste is actually the #1 in a country like Indonesia, China. So it's definitely on the minds of consumers. How much it actually impacts their purchase decision is hard to measure, because we can ask them and they say like, oh yeah, I'm willing to pay an extra price, but like the actual deed, that can be different. But I think if we look at it from a general point of view, okay, we know they care about plastic and they are aware of the issue. I think nowadays in the world, everyone kind of is. And if you see, like in the presentation, also these new innovations in packaging, a lot is focused around sustainability, but also around more pleasing looking packaging types. And I think that could actually be a way to be more attractive to consumers when we see the shelves, indeed, like in Indonesia and other countries in Asia, that then these new packaging types, which are more sustainable perhaps, just stand out more and are more attractive to the consumer's eye.
Okay, great. I would like to thank you then and wish you all the best in Indonesia. We hope to hear from you soon also during Dairy, which is coming up next month. So thank you so much for your presentation, Irene. Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone. Thank you, Carl. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.